Hello. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Hilke Path. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I've been blissed out, blissed out all day lately. Today, all day. And time is going by so fast for me. It's a trip. That's kind of trippy. Like, I'll lay down in the sun, just kind of recharge my batteries, and I'll get up and I'll be like, and before I know it, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. Not that I was even there for that long. It's just weird. Everything's gonna get more and more trippy. How everybody's seeing the evidence of it. I'm curious how it's impacting your lives directly. My life? How is my life? Well, I don't really leave the house much. The animals have been extra fiery lately. Hi, Benny. Hi, Benny. They've been fist fidgety. They've been having a lot of... Mom's been staying up later than me. I keep going out to turn off the TV. 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. You know. Finally, 10 o'clock. She's... Benny? No. Benny! Let him pass. Come on, Benny. Come on. Come on. Good dog. Come on. Good boy. Been the butts. Driving me nuts. So she's been, because I've been wanting to go to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Because I want to figure out how I can go out and get some freaking really cool shots of the sunrise, and then be home, and then have a pot of coffee on, and before Mom even gets up. Yeah, I could do it, I think. Anyway, so it was today. It's Sunday. It's like, Zach went live, but it was just like a day it's just like a day. It's just another day. Nothing terribly eventful happened. Nothing. So it was a good day. Nothing bad happened. So anything above ground, nothing bad happens, is a darn good day in my book. I don't know even what's going on in the world. What is going on in the world? I started watching Blossom, because I watched that when I was like 15, 16. I watched it back then. I liked it. I still do. Revisiting those storylines of what was prevalent and hip in the 90s to young women who didn't have moms around, or dads, or whatever. Anyway, she's in a show now, and then she did Big Bang Theory for all those years and stuff. Or then she didn't do anything for a long time, and then she did Big Bang Theory, and then, because she got her doctorate in mathematics and all this crazy stuff. The family had kids, and now she's divorcee, single mom, 2 kids, trying to figure it out. Her new show I like too. It's called Cat. I like it. I like cheesy, corny stuff, and it definitely is cheesy, corny in it. So, it's my birthday season. I like my birthday season. I can celebrate my birthday season all season. To March, into close to May, into May. Not touching up, toeing up to May. Not quite May. But I'm Aries sun. And it's cool to see how a lot of people are in the chats. Even Zach is starting to talk about God. He is. He's starting to credit things to God, whether he believes it or not. Because that dude, all these decoders need to look at Zach, man, because he knows what he's doing. Come here, Benny. Come say hi. Come here, Benny. Oh, hello, Benno. How do you do, Benny? So Margie, Benny got a big face, Marge. Benny got a big old face, Margie. Benny's a good dog. Oh, there that is. Where you want to go under the blanket? So I'm not sleeping much at night, except for like I fall asleep about 10, 11, and then like so I just get up and I just start praying my guts out because I know that that's the prime time for the anti-divine. So that's when the prayer warriors are out. Those are the peak wicked hours, you know, when people are doing dastardly things. So you got to counter that energy. People are starting to figure out energy. It's also confusing though, right? Because what's the difference of like saying a prayer to God, who's setting my attention for the highest good, and then some lady that lives, some recluse on a mountain that's like I don't know, building potions and cauldrons and stuff for what she sees is her good intention, The difference for me is I don't think you can't harm things to make you can't mess with free will. That's, I think, the hands-off rule for me. That's my rule. That's my own personal because people have their list of what they will and will not do, and that's I won't mess with you. Like, so all that love spell stuff, all that making stuff happen. No, every time something happens for what I think I want, it doesn't go well. So I found that if it's for the best for all around, everybody, then it works out usually better. Hi, Tuck. Come on up, Paz. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on over. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Yep, you can do it. You got it. Good dog. Oh, you're going to make me get up? Yep, you're going to make me get up. Ugh. All right, handsome. I got you. Ugh. Oh. Come on. Let's see. I got you. Oh, good dog. Let's go over there. Go on. Go on. Good boy, Tuck. Good boy, Tuck. So are people starting to see interdimensionally and all that kind of good stuff yet? That started for me a while ago. I see in frequency, everybody does, but most of the time people like get their stupid designer glasses. I know I used to do that. What, Tuck? Come over here. Come on. There you go, Tuck. Good boy. Oh, there's the spot. There's the sweet spot right there. This was kind of a cool synchronicity. When you find the people that you're in alignment with, this stuff happens all the time. It is really cool. I called the dad that I picked for myself, Mr. Risky, this morning, early, and I missed St. Patrick's Day, and I haven't made a corned beef and cabbage in years, but I've been craving cabbage like crazy. I just like cabbage a lot. Baked cabbage, it doesn't matter. Cabbage is good. So, I decided next time I went to the store, I'd see if they had a couple left, over, because maybe they do, maybe they don't. It was a few days after, so I go, and they had a couple. They had some left. And so I got one, and I already had a cabbage, so popped that in the crock pot this morning, and then give him a call, and he's like, I said, yeah, I said I missed St. Patrick's Day. I said, but because I'm not Irish or anything like that, I don't think. We'll find out here soon enough. I'm gonna spit in the little patooey. Anyway. So, I was telling him how I said, but I made one, and I haven't made one in a long time, and he's like, so you have a corned beef and cabbage you just put in a crock pot right now, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, so did I. And I was like, right on. So we get to compare notes later, because he made one late too. But anyway, I can't read that stuff too much. I'm too sensitive. It's just detrimental. But the cabbage is good. It's just still, I tell you, one time has changed. Blossom. It's on Hulu. Yeah, I'm always. I see, and that's the thing is, if I can lay there, sometimes I can go back to sleep. But once I pass a certain threshold, I can't. I'm up. How you been, Jody? How you been? You've had a big, full life. Timelines are popping all over the place, man. I wonder where we're gonna end up. Because every time I freaking go out, I just feel like I'm on a different planet. Everybody's wearing a mask. I mean, I'm just like, what? It's just so weird. It's just, I've always been one of their very, very defiant. That's why it's like, I stand in the line at the flower shop. I'm like, don't you just think it's weird at all? That I'm like, that everybody gets better, except for the people. I'm like, dude, you, because the dude was a Tebow himself. So that's the thing, is people find the offense. And I was like, do you know anybody that's died? And he's like, yeah, actually, that was healthy. And she's like, yeah, she was 30. I'm like, oh yeah, what was her BMI? What was her body mass index, huh? Was her heart already struggling? You know, people, we freaking weigh ourselves down with all these heavy metals and toxins and all this crappy food and junk and soda and and booze, and then freaking just chasing sensations, not even mentioning all the freaking lower attachments you get from all that promiscuous sex and just doing it just because there's a warm body and all that nasty stuff that comes with that. The world is becoming such a... Well, it's... Mom and I talk about how it's cleansing. How it's going through a cleansing right now. That all the impurities are being scrubbed away, or at least seen for what they are. Yeah. There's a lot of dirty, nasty stuff that goes in the world, and it's been allowed to happen for too long because the people at top are profiting from it. And the thing of it is like, what if money didn't matter? What if money was not an object? I ask that on my Facebook channel every now and again. And people always interpret it as, what if you have all the money in the world? And that is not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, what if it didn't exist? What if it wasn't an object? How would people be able to house themselves or clothe them, be able to sustain themselves? What if that? What if we made a world like that? Then nobody cared about money, and then maybe people wouldn't be freaking so devious and dirty about it. There wouldn't be all this blackmail and stuff. What if that? Oh, there's a lot of potentials. There's a lot of potentials in the air coming up in the next Aries season. The beginnings. See, that's the thing, is you got to be careful in Sparky season. Things that start in Aries season. They might be hot and heavy, but they're gonna flash in and they might flash out. And that's okay. Like for me, like I'm having a new design put together for a t-shirt on Monday, tomorrow. I don't know when it'll get done. Maybe it'll get tabled. Maybe, I don't know. It's a production site, so things come up. Stuff like that. But my newest one, I'm excited to show. I've talked about it before. I Nama Your Stay. Instead of I Namaste. Or Namaste. I Nama Your Stay. I thought about doing something like the asshole in me recognizes the asshole in you. Or I bully bullies. But I'm gonna go with I Nominate Stay. I'm gonna do that one. See how that lands. Cause or maybe try and bring back the straight people like rainbows too. Who knows? It's just fun to me. I like to make up t-shirts. I always have. What else? Mom's good. We had like a teenage freaking sleepover food bender. When I had a little piece of the strawberry, I get like these half strawberry freaking cream cake things that they have at Albertsons. And there's a little bit of that left, and then I got lemon meringue pie this time I went. And put a little couple of spoonfuls of vanilla ice cream in there, and Mom was just she was like, "Oh, this is so good." I put a substantial amount of ice cream on there, and I was like, okay, I was gonna go for one more just little small bite of the vanilla, and then be done. And she grabbed the vanilla, put the whole thing in her mouth, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that'll do it." I was just cracking up, man. See, this is all the stuff that I would miss out on if I would have listened to everybody that I've ever known and said, just put her in a home. I would have missed out on all this, man. And then I probably would have still had ill feelings and bad feelings about her, about our upbringing, and still, how, didn't do this, and then I'm like, because I got to let go of all that stuff a long time ago. Dude, man, she didn't have a lot freaking going for her. She didn't. She had a hard, tough, rough go. Man, the world was not good and kind to her. So, least I can do is be that one person that can be kind, And we have a lot of fun. We have some good conversations during the day, and I think about that if I wouldn't drop that resentment, that anger that I had, because I had it. I had it for, what kind of a parent lets that happen to a 10-month-old, but where were you? All that stuff, And the thing of it is she doesn't remember. And if she does, it doesn't matter, The thing is, being in the present moment. Being in the present moment, that's the only place that I can find the grace of God. Because God don't hang out in the past with me when I'm thinking about things that have already happened that I have nobody has any control over, nor do I. Or if I'm worried about stuff in the future that nobody has any control over, nor do I. The present moment is the only place that, I get that grace, that quiet, that peace, that serenity. Because whenever I start bringing the past or the future into things, I start getting a little squirrely. So, anyway. People are stepping more into their broader spectrum. They're having more of their experiences, their wild rides. Because why should people like me have all the fun? Just have us have all the fun. Why should we get all the life experience, Let's spread it around some more. For some normal folk that, let's break down these walls of that doesn't happen into the realms of all things are possible. Because that's how things really are. Anything can happen, and they do, man. If somebody's had a thought about it, it's happened. There's been a movie about it. It's happened in real life. Yeah. People aren't that creative. They're not. How many times do they keep reinventing the wheel? They have the same shows over and over and over and over and over. They don't have shows like the ones that they did. Actually, now I think, I don't know what kind of shows they even have on it. Because I don't have cable anymore. I got rid of cable when I dumped cable years ago. when I got my bill, it was like $234 for internet and cable, and I was like, I'm done with, because I watched like 2 channels, and it was like right when I went to bed and got up in the morning. That was the only time I watched TV, so I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm done. That was CenturyLink, and then I started noticing what they did with these big pavilions. It's just all money laundering. They move, like, I remember when CenturyLink was bought out by Singers. I don't know, this was, I think, I can't remember exactly the specifics, but this is when I lived in Omaha still. And all they did, it was like a $26 million contract to change the sign of a building. Pretty much that's what it is. It's just was the place where all the big names came to do their life source Kundalini, life force harvesting rituals and stuff like that. I've been to plenty of my fair share there. Another one is the Mid-America Center. That's another one. Anyway, a lot of bad stuff goes on in the Midwest. A lot of bad stuff goes on everywhere. Are they figuring that out? Are people figuring that out? Are people starting to see, like, at least cool? I think it's cool that Jesse is like helping people decode it. I'm gonna go out and, cause they got on the welcome to sign, cause I'm big on signs. I've been looking at signs and stuff like that my whole entire life. So they have like the welcome to, kind of like the Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center and stuff, and and the people that sponsor whatever. I have to go and look at it closer, but there's the Freemason logo right there. Boom. You know, how important is it here? It's probably pretty important. You know, but the thing of it is the youth today, they're so freaking lazy. Actually, everybody's getting lazy. So it's not like they're going to do what it takes to go out and continue this stuff. So hopefully these are all ideologies and things that'll just die out. Because people are just like, man, I don't want it no more. Man, I don't wanna. But anyway, that'd be cool if it just kind of died away, died out, and start helping the people fix the people that got freaking impacted from it existing to begin with. You know, a lot of people, dude, like these channels that I'm really happy for them, you know, like Aquarius Rising Africa, like these channels, you know, they just start like in the last 5 months, and now they're up over, like, I fall through the crack in obscurity, and that's kind of what I signed up for, being Heyoka. It's like I'm not mainstream. I ain't gonna be mainstream. And as soon as if I fall into the mainstream of anything, I'm gonna be like, okay, but here's all the reasons why that ain't a good idea. So it's just not. It's not for me, you know. I don't like all that big old limelight. I do want to get 1,000 though. I do want to get 1,000. I was hoping to get 1,000 for my birthday, but I've done that like every anniversary, and it doesn't happen. Then I get disappointed. So I don't really put that whole much effort into the whole click, like, subscribe, and all that. It's YouTube. If people don't want to know what to do and don't want to, then I'm not gonna freaking remind them. So I'm gonna be 47, 74. Yep, I'm gonna be 47 years old. Oh my goodness. Things hurt. It's fun. It's weird. You know? And I talk to people in their 60s, like, you're so young. I'm like, Mom's in good shape. I don't know. That seems like a long way away. But time goes by so fast, though. Time goes by so fast. And they're starting to do such weird things. They're really trying to merge technology with consciousness. It's a trip, dude. If people freaking think of it, they're going to want to try and do it. It's just a wild and weird ride. It's a weird and wild ride. It's a trip. So, it's supposed to be really crappy here the next few days. Like snowy and stuff like that. So, and I'm trying not to use so much like streaming and stuff during the day. So I try to stay busy otherwise, listening to music and stuff like that. And so, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I could still go for a drive if I want, because I got plates on the van now. I'm all legitimate and legal. So, anyway. I think that's about all I got. It's just Sunday and there's not a whole lot going on. And this morning I was in the flow, and Mom and I were having some good conversations, and then I started doing other things, and just wasn't meant to be. But in the spirit of continuity, I just wanted to come on and say hello, and you know, I'm still around. It's just been a wild ride, man. When I started this too, with all the problems with the Salem water and all that bullshit with the whole project there, and then just weird. Life got weird. And then just like living life got weird. Age of Aquarius is going off in my ear right now. I downloaded it when we were in Arizona for Mom, because Mom really liked it. She kept mentioning it, so I downloaded it. Then I play it, and she just lights up. Because that's, and then I looked up anyway, I've talked about it before. I don't need to be redundant. So, anyway, I think that I'm going to spend another hour or so watching Blossom, and that'll be... It's so funny. My mom stays up later than my 70-year-old mom. I'll get up. I'll walk out there. I'll be like, "You're still up?" And she'll be like, "Yeah, so what? Yeah." Like, "Hey, what's up?" Just like chilling, kicking back, laying it. She's laying down in the futon, just stuff like that. But I'm just like, well, I'm just going to go to bed and wake up in the middle of the night and turn off the TV then. Just like, all right. She's so cute. I think she's so sweet. I love her so much. We did not always get along, and it was not always great. No, so this is really cool. And everybody I talk to, they're just like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway. So, I hope you are good where you are at. I hope that you got some sunshine today or yesterday, recently. Because I think that there's some weather supposed to be moving around. I know that there's freaking volcanoes erupting everywhere. The one in... See, that's the thing about information, is one news report says it hasn't erupted in 800 years, or 600 years. And another one said like 800, or 1,000. Like 6,000 years. It's just like, who gets the data from what? And how do you know? Because nobody was there anyway. Oh, we can tell by taking this and doing this mathematical equation, and then we just know stuff. That stuff cracks me up, man. I've always questioned everything and everyone, just to see if they could verify the shit that they were saying was true. Like, why? Why are you making me do this? Why? Why do I have to do this? It's dumb. Especially when it had to do with waiting and standing in line and stuff like that. But, what are you gonna do? Just try to live locally and make some friends where you're at is the best you can hope for, I think. I don't know. I keep trying to make friends all over the place. Now I could really say I've lived all over, because I've lived in California, Nebraska, Oregon. I don't know if I should claim Arizona, being there long enough. But Arizona, and then now northern New Mexico. Only to find out that Mom has relatives like freaking 20 miles from here. That's so funny to me. Oh, that won't get old. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. It's about all